All right, hello. Welcome back to Ultra Kellen Real Estate. As always, thank you to everybody who's been subscribing to the channel, people been liking the videos, much appreciated. To get into this one, let's discuss Section 8 renters versus market rate renters. Now, me personally, I'm biased towards Section 8 because I've been a Section 8 landlord since 2010. You know, I actually walked into a really good situation where the lady who I bought the building from already has Section 8 tenants in place. And they were good Section 8 tenants. Like, one of the tenants actually stayed, I want to say, maybe upwards of like 7 years after that last owner sold to me. You know, and, they were good tenants. I mean, like, never really had too many issues. Like, it was all good. And I think a lot of people, they get a bad misrepresentation of what Section 8 is. Like, they hear the stereotypes about, like, loud, crazy, tons of kids, ghetto, the whole 9 yards. And is that true? I mean, yes. Like, the stereotype exists for a reason because there is some truth behind it. But me personally, when you have a Section 8 tenant, you're allowed to at least try to buffer them out a little bit by them having that Section 8 voucher. Now, what I mean by that is that Section 8 voucher is very valuable for most of the people who use the program because, I mean, depending on how much their income is, it could pay for almost their entire rent amount. I've had Section 8 tenants in the past where their rent may be actually sometimes even $0, like, $10, $15, $50. So people don't want to lose that. So when you have Section 8 tenants, a lot of times you have some leverage with them as far as, like, making sure they act correctly. Because if they get kicked out of the Section 8 program, they can't get back in. And I have to double check, but I think if they get kicked out in that particular Section 8 program, like for that city or for that county, I don't know if they can go to another one just like that. I think they may be booted out permanently. So you actually have some leverage with them. Now, regular tenants, depending on where you're renting, like, sometimes it makes sense to have regular tenants. But, like, one of the biggest things I think that COVID has showed us over the past year is that you can have people who have all the best and the good intentions in the world, and they could be very good people and have a very good stable job, and they want to pay their rent on time every month. They understand that they need to and they want to, but when COVID happened, a lot of people realized that that's not always the case. Like, they want to pay their rent, but if they know that they can't get put out and they have to put food on the table, a lot of times they're still going to put food on the table and not pay their rent, especially if they don't have to worry about getting evicted. And that's the way it happened during COVID. So I can see both sides of the coin. Me personally, like, during COVID, I got all my money. Like, I didn't have to worry about not getting paid, like, any of that stuff. Like, first of the month, direct deposit. Like, I'm a big advocate for Section 8. Like, and you don't have to have all your tenants be Section 8 if you don't want to, but I always recommend, like, maybe if nothing else, at least have the portion that covers your mortgage and, like, the monthly bills, at least have that portion at least try to be covered by Section 8. And then if you have enough apartments left over where you want to do regular rentals too, you could do that as well. Or if you get to the point where it doesn't matter because you have so much money coming in, then you can also do regular renters and do a little bit of Section 8 as well too. But for right now, for me, I have to make sure I get my money. I got to make sure I typically just do Section 8 only. So that's just the way it goes for different landlords. So I always tell people, explore both options, see which one works best for you. And just remember, when it comes to Section 8, it's not all bad. And the same thing when it comes to regular renters, it's not all good or not all bad either. It's how to pick and choose your battles, okay? All right, so till next time, thank you again for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you go to Instagram and follow me. That's at Ultra Kellen. That's ULTRAKELLON. And if you're watching on Instagram, make sure you go to YouTube and log in and subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And that's Ultra Kellen Real Estate. All right. Till next time, guys.